Alright, welcome to another interior real estate photography tutorial. Today we're going to be taking a look at using the mag bounce on your 8600. And what's really cool about this is the 8600 is metal, so those magnets that would normally attach to that rubber attachment that you would put over a standard flash, you don't need that. You can just pop that right on your 8600. And so this kind of acts as like an umbrella. I'm using it backwards in this particular case, but I'm actually just showing you this image to show you how I attach it to my 8600, because we're going to be talking about how to light a room like this using your ambient layer and then one flash layer. So what I did was I just took a standard ambient layer, making sure that I'm pretty much just a little bit right of center on that histogram, so my ambient layer is going to be lighting up majority of the scene. And again, when you can, use the ambient light to your advantage. Now, a lot of people are going to disagree with this because you can get color casts even with lights off, which I particularly like to run with lights off. As you can see, none of these are on. I'm not having any other imbalances. But again, if you take that mag bounce on that 8600 and point it at the windows, this is the result you get. So really what I'm doing is I'm using this image for my window view, and then this one for the majority of the lighting. So if I leave my ambient layer on top and just create a layer mask and leave it white, make sure black is selected over here, take my brush tool. I like to have my flow at 4 or 5% just so I can feather in the amount of that flash layer that's coming through. Because if you go too harsh, then you might have to backtrack, and then it just takes more time in the long run, whereas this way you can slowly just paint in those windows. And as long as your flash layer or your ambient layer is lighting the scene well enough, again, I really like to use just what the light available is. Now again, if it's too dark, then you're going to have to pop a flash in the room and then use some of that flash as you're blending back in your window views as well. The other thing I like to do also is, if I don't have a lot of light for the ambient layer, turning that flash around behind me, maybe angled up into a corner, and popping a flash along with my ambient layer to light that ambient layer. Because remember, it doesn't matter if you get glare or whatever in the window view, because we're not going to be using the ambient layer for the windows. So I typically like to do that, and that's basically what I do if I don't have enough ambient light. But there we go. There is the ambient layer with the flash window view brought back in. It's a lot faster to do that. Hey, thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.